Another nice day. We're back down in Wexford again at a different beach, and the nice thing about Wexford beach is that they are dog friendly, provided animals are left on the lead and we pick up after them. The beach is very popular today. And yes, Private Buddy, or should I say Captain Buddy of the Irish Sea, will be going in there with me. It's much calmer today. Hi, my name is Ev and welcome to Buddy is in Charge and welcome to A Howl. We've come to visit this lovely little ruined church. Another good example of stepping stones. This is St. Findan's cross. We'll now go into the church. Buddy is with us, however, we're just keeping away from the graves. This is not a bath, it is actually a font. It's made of granite, and local folklore says that the rainwater which is collected in it cures headaches. I'm not going to try it myself, but if you have a headache and you want to come here, there is your cure. The doorway is nicely decorated with the lintel above. We're going to go in now. So this is part of the church. You can see evidence here that there would have been once a second floor. The sun shining through the window up against the wall. The grave slab, and then we have this obviously once very important place. For what, I do not know. If I find out, I'll put it in the comments. This gravestone dates back to 1793, and then also other members of our family who are buried there too. I'll give you a little bit more history in a few moments about this beautiful little graveyard. It is like many which are in the middle of fields. This particular one does have a laneway to it. There is a gate that you have to open. And there is under the care of the Office of Public Works, or as we call it, the OPW. A quick reminder about these stones: they are actually grave sites, and it was before people were literate, so they would know their rock for where their family were buried. The Irish for this church is Achan Owl, which means the field of apple trees. Founded in the 6th century by St. Finian, who is known as the teacher of the saints, as he taught St. Columba, also known as St. Columkill. What we see here today are the remnants of 12th century buildings, which are in the Hiberno-Romanesque style. The church itself is known as a Dove League, and it is because they would have had churches of this size all over the country for abbey churches and cathedrals. So roughly they are 60 feet by 24 feet. The gable ends are unusually high at 35 feet or 10.5 meters high. So whilst the north, south and west walls still exist, the south wall, as you can see, has disappeared. And that was actually used by a local family by the name of Nixon to create their own wall for their farm. And that would have been before 1839. It's also alleged that there is a golden bell buried here somewhere. But where is the question? I didn't find it. There's some really old grey stones here. And some of the carvings are over 1,000 years old. This is the landscape. So we are on the Carlow-Wicklow border here. Another Boulogne stone. This is just to give you an idea of what it looks like from an aerial view. But yes, so it is a hilltop settlement enclosed and defended by 4 concentric ramparts, which can be dated to the early and middle Neolithic period. The outer 3 ramparts are stone and earthen banks, and the 4th innermost enclosure is a dry stone built wall and possibly dates to the medieval time. There have been a number of archaeological digs here with plenty of finds. The area around here is very well known for dairy farming, and there's some really nice local cheeses in this area, so do keep an eye out for them. I'll drop a couple of them into the comments below. Buddy is nearly dry after his swim in the sea earlier on. It's an actually nice and warm evening. We're now entering the Ringfort. So you can still see the boulders here. This is the outer ring. Then we have a ditch. And then we come into the second ring. And these have been here for millennia. And now we are inside the Ringfort itself. We're going to go for a wander and have a look at the view, which I know is spectacular. Within the Ringfort, there are approximately 18 acres or 7.5 hectares of land. There have been a number of excavations here, mainly underneath Professor Rafferty. He dug here in 1969, and then he also carried on in 72 and 1973. They've had a number of finds, which the first year they excavated 10,000 objects in the inner circle itself. So they would turn around here, and that is the inner circle. And they found 10,000 objects in there. Just looking at this, it's around about 3 meters actually in width between the outer area and the inner area here. Beautiful. Great craftsmanship as well. The paths here are undulating, obviously. So we're just being careful as to where we put our feet. But we're looking at the moment down to southward. So we're looking down towards Wexford in that direction. I'll hopefully find a place where I can give you a panoramic view. Here's the entranceway in from the outer ramparted area. So hopefully this will give you an idea as to the view. I am aware that in one of the excavations they did, they lifted a boulder and below it was a kist, and in it were remains of human cremation. I don't know whether this is it, but it could be it. The site does have links with Celtic royalty, and in 628 the area was under control by local kings, and their name was Kinsella, and that becomes the Kinsella family, or as some people would call it, Kinsella. But yeah, if you are a Kinsella, this is where you came from. It's such a stunning location. It really is. Huge skies, mountains around you. But from where I'm standing, you can get a real good 360-degree view. Just with some trees in the way. During the excavations, they found post holes which would suggest a wooden framed building. During Professor Rafferty's excavations here, they found a number of beautiful blue and green beads, and these were made of glass. There's also moulds for metalwork. So it was either an important community for metalworking or a very rich family. We're now on our way out. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.